Hi, welcome back. As a part of sentence word order, let us also discuss some more points because I've told you already. I just introduced the sentence word order and a bit of grammar rule. At the same time, how to expand a sentence. How to expand a sentence by using manner, time, place, etc. And now we shall understand some more techniques, some more grammatical rules in understanding sentence expansion. And one of them is position of adjectives. And you know pretty well, adjective definitely is a word that gives more meaning to a noun. And usually, and more specifically, adjective is used in front of the noun that gives more meaning to a noun. It is also called modifier. So, describing nouns is the word that actually is the duty of the adjectives. Adjectives usually come before the noun they describe. So, adjectives does the duty of describing the noun. For example, a talented singer. What kind of singer? Talented singer. So it is describing the noun. An intelligent student. Are you an intelligent student in grammar? So a student is noun and intelligent is an adjective that describes the noun student. A magnificent building. Building is noun and magnificent is describing the noun called building. And if you use some of the sentences, look at this one. The intelligent student solved the problem. You can also add some more words here. Student, another adjective that is intelligent, and we have another noun called the problem. And what another adjective that you can add? The intelligent student solved the most difficult problem. So that means you are adding one more adjective. So you can keep adding adjectives and expand the sentences by using the position of adjectives. We visited magnificent place. So your palace is a noun and magnificent is an adjective that describes the palace. What is a palace? Very hi-fi building, very lavish building, luxurious building is called palace, and there is mansion, house, hut, building, apartment, flat, villa. There are so many types of dwellings, and one of them is palace. So we visited a magnificent palace. Only one noun and the adjective is given. So the formula is adjective plus noun. Whenever there is a noun, you can add one more adjective and you can expand the meaning of the sentence. After adjectives, let us have some idea about position of adverbs. When adjectives answer the question, what type of noun? Adverbs answer the question, how? Adverb answers the question, how? Related to verb. When adjective is related to a noun, adverb is related to a verb. And remember, it answers the questions, how? For example, adverbs tell us how, when, where, how often. Examples, she speaks. Now, forget about this clearly. When she speaks, what is the question that you can ask? How does she speak? And she speaks clearly. Clearly is an adverb that gives more meaning to a verb. So, adverb is a word that adds more meaning to a verb, another adjective, or another adverb. For example, they arrived early. Arrived is a verb. Early is a word that gives more meaning to a verb. He always studies sincerely. Okay, sincerely is an adverb that adds more meaning to studies. So here, these examples will clearly help us understand the position of adverbs, and this is one of the ways of improving the quality of a sentence. This is one of the ways of giving a sentence more and more clarity in making the people understand, and communication becomes better and better because our very purpose of learning all these things is only to enhance our communication skills. So she speaks clearly, they arrived early, he always studies sincerely, and common position is subject, adverb, verb, object. She always completes her work. So let us now go to the next slide that will give us some more advantages of understanding this word order, and the order of manner, the order of place, and the order of time. We have got a clear idea a short while ago about this manner, place, and time. A useful English rule is when several details appear together, English often follows manner, place, and time. Can we give in a different order? We can give, but we have also identified that giving the words in a different order might change the exact meaning of the sentence and might give a wrong meaning also sometimes to the listener. That is the reason we should understand that when several concepts, when several entities are given in a sentence, like in the process of expanding the sentence, we are bound to give more and more number of words, like a word that is connected to the manner, a word that is connected to the place, a time. Then you need to follow certain order, and that order only will give you a clear idea about the communication skills. For example, she danced gracefully on the stage last night. So there are three words that you need to understand. One, gracefully, that is the manner of dancing, on the stage, the place of dancing, last night, the time of dancing. So here there are three things: manner, place, and time. Can we write in a different way? She danced on the stage last night gracefully. Of course we can write, but does it sound proper? It doesn't sound proper, and that is not English rule. So when you are writing a particular sentence, you need to follow certain rules for better understanding and also for clarity in your speaking, so that you'll give a clear idea to the listener about the sense that you're trying to transform from your speaking to others listening. So she danced gracefully on the stage last night. She danced on the stage gracefully last night. She danced last night on the stage gracefully. All the order of the words may be acceptable, but the acceptable English rule is manner, place, and time. So easy English formula is how, where, and when. That is how you need to understand. Keep writing as many sentences as possible by doing this construction of the sentences, and that's how you would practice. My lecture would help you understand a particular rule, but my lecture will not help you to become expert until and unless you practice using as many sentences as possible. So don't forget to take a notebook, to take a pen, and keep writing as many sentences as possible. Even while reading also, understand, oh, when this is the sentence, it's a manner of time, manner, place, and time, etc. So your practice makes you perfect. As you know pretty well, Swami Vivekananda gave 3 rules to become an expert. 1, practice. 2, practice. 3, practice. 100, practice. So there is no other way for becoming an expert than just to practice. So keep writing, and keep writing. Now, all the time we have been talking about the word order only in the case of assertive sentences, that is sentences that end with a full stop or a period or a dot. But now let us understand some questions, some interrogative sentences, and understand what is the word order in that one. Asking correct questions, yes, no questions, and double H question. Do you remember when we were talking about the kinds of sentences? I was giving you assertive sentences and interrogative sentences, where I was talking about yes, no questions that start with helping verb and also double H questions. So in the case of yes, no questions, are you ready? Do they play football? And the answer is yes, I am ready. No, I don't play football. So these are called yes, no questions. Here, helping verb, the subject plus main verb. Helping verb, subject plus main verb. That is the order of are ready you. Can it be you are ready? It's not a question, it is an assertive sentence. So word order in the questions should be a proper grammar rule. Double H questions, all words that start with double H, like where, why, when, why, whose, etc. And where do you live? Where are you smiling? When did the meeting begin? So all these questions start with double H word, helping verb like do, subject like you, and verb like live. So this is the word order in the questions. And in this slide you will come to know some common word order errors. avoid these mistakes, don't commit these mistakes. And here on the left side of this screen you have incorrect sentences, and on the right side of your screen you have some correct sentences. Just find the difference between these two, and looking at them, writing such things, such sentences, and reading many more, I think will help you become expert. Always say go to school. Of course the meaning may not be so wrong, but here the word order is wrong. I always go to school. I is subject, always adverb, go verb, to school object. So subject, adverb, verb, object, this is a usual word order, and as the English rules say that you need to properly follow the word order to make the sentences more meaningful and more effective in your communication. Beautiful is the flower. I read so many Shakespearean dramas. Actually he wrote beautiful is the flower. Of course that is a proper structure according to Shakespeare, because he wanted to give more importance to the beauty of the flower but not the flower. But actually the sentence structure is the flower is beautiful. It is a normal sentence structure. So if at all you want to change and do some kind of experimentation in word order, you need to become a Shakespeare, and you need to write as many poems, dramas, stories, so that you can also do some experimentation in the word order. But for now you need to understand the word order properly. The flower is beautiful. Quickly he runs quickly. Where are you going? Where you are going? No, wrong. This is a commonest mistake that many people do. Where you are going? No. Where are you going? That's proper order. She not likes tea. She doesn't like tea. And this is the last part of this, information in the case of word order. For example, what have you learned? The core pattern, that is SVO, subject, verb, object. It's a core pattern. You can add object, object 1, object 2, object and object complement, etc. The boy kicked the ball. Key rules: 1. Subjects usually come first. Adjectives usually come before the nouns. Adverbs often follow verbs, giving more meaning to a verb. And questions require inversions. Negative sentences use not after helping verb: am not, isn't, etc. And the final thought for this day is good grammar is not merely about choosing the right words. It is about placing them in the right order. So right words, right order, all these things definitely make your sentence more and more meaningful and more communicative, and it enhances your communication skills. And this is the series of classes with regard to sentence and foundation of sentence. Hope you got very clear idea about word order based on grammar, based on meaning, and keep writing as many sentences as possible, and with that I think you'll become an expert. If you have any doubt, contact me. I'll give you clear-cut ideas about the word order and other grammar rules. Thank you. Bye-bye.